Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm Ansley Sutter, Social Media Training and Communications Coordinator with ForRent Solutions. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to talk selfie marketing, and you're probably wondering, okay, how in the world is she going to tie this into social media and to multifamily and real estate, right? Well, we've got some stuff jam-packed for you today, so we're excited to go ahead and get started. Again, if I haven't met you, my name is Ansley Sutter. I am your go-to girl as far as social media is concerned. Welcome to today's FRMS chat. If I haven't met you, it's a pleasure. I'm here to serve. Again, like I said, as your go-to girl for all things social media. So if today's session gets your creative juices flowing, which I hope it will, and you want to talk about ways you can enhance your social footprint, please do not hesitate to get in touch with either your ForRent rep or simply shoot me an email. You see my email address here at the very beginning of today's presentation, ansley.sutter@ForRent.com, easy enough. Feel free to shoot me an email and I am happy to help. Had a question come in that asked if you are going to be receiving this presentation. Yes, you certainly will. So anything that you may have missed or you may want to revisit, sit tight and we will be sending you a follow-up email with all of today's slides and resources included as well. So before we get started, we are using the hashtag FRMS chat on Twitter. So if you have any feedback or maybe you have some insight, feel free to use the hashtag and one person will receive a gift card. How about that? You could use a $20 gift card, right? We'll announce the winner at the end of today's webinar, so sit back and relax. And we want to see you on Twitter being active with us at hashtag FRMS chat. So we're talking about selfies today. We're talking about how we can infuse this selfie culture in our marketing efforts. And I'm wondering if you kind of came to this session purely out of curiosity's sake. You're probably wondering, how in the world am I going to tie in the whole selfie phenomenon with my marketing efforts, especially in the multifamily space? Like, how would that work? Well, it's very, very simple. Think about it this way. In the same way a person takes a photo of themselves to capture their very best qualities, which is a selfie in essence, you property managers and you real estate agents out there should be capturing and displaying all the best qualities of the properties you represent. So let's start off by talking about selfie culture, the selfie culture, and other consumer trends that could really be revealed by examining this movement. We'll chat ways you can apply these trends to your marketing efforts, and we'll close today's FRMS chat with some examples of properties using social media to really just show their best side. So at the end of our session as well, we'll share a few valuable links to some really great resources and articles that you can use after today's session. We don't want to leave you empty-handed. So be on the lookout for those. We'll wrap things up with some Q&A as well if your question wasn't answered during today's session, but I'm happy to answer them as they come in. So feel free to interact with us. We want this to be as interactive and fun for you, because how many people have sat on a webinar in the last week, right? I've sat on just 2 alone today before my own. So webinars can be a little bit mundane. We want to make this very fun for you and really interactive. So feel free to engage with us not only on Twitter, but on our chat as well. So the question we need to ask ourselves is, what is the selfie culture and why has it gone viral in these past few years? If you're not familiar with the term, it was the 2013 word of the year, and according to the Oxford dictionaries, it's defined as a photograph that one has taken of oneself, typically one taken with a smartphone or webcam and uploaded to a social media website. You see this puppy here is a pro at taking selfies, so it's just about anyone can do it. This two-step process has taken the social world by storm, and everyone from celebrities to everyday Joes are capturing the best qualities of themselves and sharing those real-time visuals on high-traffic sites like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So the rise of the selfie has become extremely universal. This is coming from the Huffington Post that had a great article on this whole selfie phenomenon. It's becoming universal between presidents, popes, celebrities, and citizens everywhere. This trend is continuing to grow. And a recent survey was conducted by Pew Internet and American Life Project. They found that 54% of internet users have posted original photos online. 54%, right? That's a lot of photos for as many people that are active online. And of those hundreds of millions of photos, many are posting these selfies, whether, it's a picture of themselves or themselves eating a sandwich. It's just everything under the sun people are wanting to capture and post to social media. So this is why this is, again, reinforcing that whole visual social media mindset that we're in. People crave photos. For example, there are currently nearly 62 million tagged selfie photos on Instagram, growing as I speak in this moment. This number is increasing. So Instagram is really the hub for where a lot of people are sharing their photos, but if you're familiar with Instagram, you can actually publish to several other different social media sites through Instagram, which is really convenient, and it's going to give your content a longer shelf life. The Huffington Post interviewed psychologist Dr. Pamela Rutledge, who said, "The desire to take, post, and get likes on selfies goes back to a biological behavior all humans are wired for." Ain't that the truth? It's like the equivalent of a selfie, if you think before social media came about, is almost getting a like on selfie is like going to a dinner party or going to a social gathering and having someone tell you, "I love your shoes. Those are great shoes," or "Those are some great earrings." Remember in past sessions, we talked about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This speaks directly to this whole thing of how we need to speak to consumers and how in our marketing messaging we need to address all of these needs that our consumer has. Guess what? Our consumers, we're consumers. When you think about yourself as a marketer, it's hard to really put yourself in the mindset of a consumer until you take your marketing hat off and you're just another person like your consumer is at the end of the day. You have needs, your consumer has needs, so find ways in your marketing that you can speak to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And the whole selfie phenomenon really enforces this whole Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It speaks directly to the several basic needs that we as humans and consumers need to feel validated. We need selfies to feel self-actualization or, self-esteem. When you get that like and you get that comment and that share on a photo of yours, you feel a little bit better, right? Even if it's just kind of like a little pat on the back. It's something that's really great. And it feels good. And that's really where I'm coming from when I talk about how you can parallel that with your marketing messaging. This phenomenon tells marketers exactly how to interact and engage with today's socially plugged-in consumer. We can also understand that type of person we're marketing to so that our messaging makes that connection. We don't want to have just a lull or a gap between what we're saying to our consumer and how our consumer reacts. We want them to understand our marketing messaging because at the end of the day, it's not only going to boost brand loyalty, it's going to affect the bottom line. The first thing that the selfie phenomenon tells us about consumers these days is that they crave visual social media. The cute little girl in the AT&T commercial could not have said it better. We want more. We like it. We want more. Today's consumer craves visual connection. We've talked about the need for instant gratification and being prominent with consumers, and that's as clear as ever these days. We are attracted to what is right in front of us, and when I tell people, for example, when they're posting on Facebook, don't post naked, and what that means is don't post content without have it accompanying an image, right? So because when people read their home feed, and if they just see, content without an image, they're going to scroll right past it. So make sure that you are posting really great content with a really engaging visual to kind of reel your consumer in, because that's exactly what they're looking for. Also, today's apartment shopper and the same people that are taking selfies of themselves are the same apartment shoppers and home buyers that you multifamily and real estate pros are speaking to and trying to market to. This person is plugged in at all times to the point where they've developed a serious case of FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. These are the folks that reach out to you immediately and expect that reciprocity in return. They expect you to reply. For you multifamily peeps, think about the ways you could help keep your residents and prospects in the loop. One marketing tool that comes to mind for us is our Text a Resident and Text a Prospect tool. This is an instant cure for FOMO and right up your consumer's alley. They're already on their smartphones. You just saw the image. They're already plugged in. Why not just implement this great program we have to offer where you can simply shoot them a text, because guess what? They're not wanting to go into the office to talk to you. They need to get that information right now while they're on the go, and Text a Resident, Text a Prospect allows you to do just that. Get in touch with your ForRent rep today if this is something that you think you could easily slide in and implement into your marketing strategy present day. We make it very, very easy for you to, turn this on, turn this off. Your customers can opt in and opt out, so they have a share of voice and they have the power. The last thing they want to be is bombarded with, text messages, even if you're giving them valuable information. As of late, how many people have been just bombarded with the snow threats and the weather? As I know Atlanta was completely shut down because of the freeze. In Virginia, we got close to 2 feet of snow. How valuable would it be to a resident to get that text while they're on the go to let them know, make sure you park in the parking garage tonight, instead of parking in the outside parking lot. Things like that, those are going to really be helpful for your residents, and say they're not going to mind getting texts like that. So again, this is something that your residents can opt in, opt out, prospects can opt in, opt out, and it's going to really send them valuable, real-time, relevant information. Cure for the common case of FOMO. The selfie culture has revealed also that today's consumer is all about the now, the right now. You know the saying, money talks. Well, in the social space, time talks just as much, if not more than money. Again, let me say that again. Time talks just as much, if not more than money. The shelf life for your current events is shorter than ever, and relevancy is what is going to really move that needle. So if this is any indicator as to how we should be crafting our messaging to our consumer, it's going to tell us that we as marketers need to drive evergreen, real-time, relevant content. We need to make that content timely and bite-sized so that when our residents who are on the go, who are downloading images and looking at information off their smartphones, only have that size screen. I mean, the largest size screen you have when you're mobile, right, is maybe a tablet. I know there's some phones that look like, old-timey calculators out there. Their screens are a little bit bigger. But what I'm saying is they can only take in so much because they're constantly on the go. They don't have the time to read a 3-paragraph piece of messaging. They need bite-sized pieces of information. That's what your audience wants, and they want it to be real time and current. The need to engage is real. It's really real, you guys. The great thing about this culture is that consumers want to engage with you in the social spaces. You're not really having to, pull them in your direction. Guess what? Because they're already there. People are already on Facebook, already on Twitter. I see you guys right now using hashtag FRMS chat. I mean, we didn't have to pull your leg to come over. You're already on Twitter. So why not just join the party, right? So if your strong suit is a quick response time, make sure you're showing your best side, your very best side, by responding to questions and reviews online. Because if that's where your consumers already are, join the party. But guess what? They're going to want to engage with you, because that's really the whole bread and butter to social media, right? It's engagement and it's connection. So this is a chart. What you see here in front of you is a chart from a study called The Social Habit, of which social influencer Jay Baer conducted the research. So he and his colleagues found that 42% of people expect a brand to respond to them within an hour, and 32% expect a brand to respond within 30 minutes. So this is real. People want to engage with you. They want to have their questions asked, and they want to have their questions answered, and they want the answer now. We want it now, right? We want more. So make sure that, if you can show your best side by customer service and by response, by all means do that. Host a Twitter chat, or, a town hall Twitter chat, if you even want to do something like that, where your residents who are socially savvy are shooting you questions via Twitter. If you feel like you need to take it offline, you can DM. Like, there are so many options that you can implement in the social space to really help you show your best side. Now that you kind of have a grasp as to how to communicate in this culture, you might want to ask yourself, how can I apply this to my marketing efforts? Because the last thing we want you to do is come to our sessions and see all these great examples, but not know how to implement them. The best way that we can introduce a new topic or a new trend to you and allow you to wrap it around your head, because guess what? As a property manager, as a real estate, you have so many things going on. There are so many moving parts in this profession. We want you to be able to see what other properties and other brands are doing, so that you can say, oh, okay, we can do that. So I'm going to go over some examples as to how you can apply this and how you can learn from this phenomenon. The first thing you can do is just trend watch. I can't tell you how essential and vital it is to just kind of sit back and address and recognize that when something is on fire, when a trend is on fire, when a trend is hot, although at the beginning you may not think that you can apply it to your current marketing strategy, listen, we're talking selfies today. Who thought we would ever get to this point? You always can tie any type of social media trends into your marketing strategy, and that's what's going to differentiate you from your competitors, because they're still doing spreadsheets and reports and all these kind of mundane things that they feel numbers are going to help them, figure out their residents. Social media is what's going to help you figure out your residents and your prospects and your audience, because these are the people that are online. They're having conversations, and you're going to find out so much more about these conversations and trend watching than you ever would from an Excel spreadsheet. Let me just tell you that. Another thing you can do is, when you are trend watching, apply these trends to your marketing efforts. We're talking about the selfie phenomenon today. Maybe another day or maybe another month, we're going to find something, a trend that's kind of, flown under the radar, and all of a sudden it's gone viral overnight. And as we always try to share the most relevant, most timely topics with you, we could be talking about that in the future. So this is a trend. This trend in particular shows us that, real-time visuals should be implemented into your marketing without a doubt. this is something that we have really harped on from day one when we started this series of hashtag FRMS chat. Be visual in every move you make, especially in social media. Be visual. Whether it be promoting your amenities or highlighting your prime location, you can be sharing the best things about your community or your property via social media. Okie doke. So let's go over some ways to show your best side using social media. I just want to take a second and just let you guys know that you are rocking it on Twitter right now. I love what I'm seeing. I have my phone next to me. I feel like an octopus. I'm all over the place right now. But I really love the things that you guys are sharing on our Twitter chat, so keep those tweets coming. We love this interaction and this engagement with you guys. Back to the presentation. Ways to show your best side using social media. Let's go over a few ways you can really bring out the best qualities that you and your team and your property and your brand encompass using social media. One of the top must-haves for most renters and buyers is location, right? I mean, in anything we do, any purchase decision that we make, location is always, especially where we live, location is probably going to be in that top 5, not even top 10. Proximity to work, friends and family, you know, maybe you have a hobby that you participate in every week or every month. Location is always going to play a vital role in the decision-making process for a renter and a buyer. That being said, what better way to be visual and convey how prime your location is than with video? A short, sweet video can really make all the difference for a renter or buyer that's on the fence. You know, they may be kind of iffy about if they want to move into the Atlanta market, if I want to live downtown or midtown or Buckhead. And I'm using Atlanta because I'm born and raised in Atlanta. It's my city. So you'll see I'm going to use a lot of examples, but there are so many moving parts in different areas within the Atlanta, metro Atlanta area. So it could be a huge decision-making process for an apartment shopper who is wanting to, you know, move more outside of the rural area and more into the perimeter. So FRvideo is one of your many tools that can help you show your best side through social media in a bite-sized short video. You see that even all these screenshots of these videos. This video is 1 minute and 36 seconds, yet it's displaying all the great restaurants that this community is close to, you know, how close it is to the business district, how close it is and easy access to the local transportation system. Within 1 minute and 36 seconds. This is something that the power of FRvideo only can capture. And our production team can capture the essence of your location and other geo-specific perks that really just speak to your target audience. So if FRvideo is something that you're wanting to explore with us, by all means get in touch with your ForRent rep. We're happy to help you. But again, we're trying to deliver products to you that are not only going to save you time and money, but are going to speak to today's consumer and today's apartment shopper. And these people are already on YouTube. They're already on Twitter. So we're going to deliver products that will speak to them in the places where they currently are. Amenities are another must-have for renters and buyers, and they vary per each person's need, you know, depending on if you're going to buy a house or if you're going to rent an apartment. Some of your amenities might shift a little bit, but this is a top 10 list of the most searched apartment amenities to help you have an idea of what apartment shoppers are looking for. So no matter if you have one of these amenities out of the 10, or maybe you might have, maybe you're at a property that has all of these amenities. Good for you. You can make it work whether you have the one or whether you have all 10. You can make it work for you no matter if you have, you know, across the board. It's vital to advertise and promote these to your social sites because these are what people in the social space, when they're shopping for an apartment, are looking for. One way you can do this again, FRvideo comes to mind. You see here that I took screenshots of a couple properties that are utilizing this tool, and their amenities get full coverage in the video. So in-home washer and dryer, authorized key card entry, heated swimming pools. These are things that apartment shoppers are looking for. We include these in our videos. Again, a minute 36 seconds, a minute 30. We're going to keep these short and sweet because we don't want to lose the attention of the prospect that came across your video, but we want to jam-pack that video with all of the top things that they're probably searching for to make your property more attractive to them. Another clever tactic is to capture the best parts of your community using Vine. Vine is the video app that captures anything and everything within 6 seconds. This is an example of a Vine that Cumberland Point took, and they did a great job at capturing all the amenities located at their property. Within 6 seconds, you see fitness center, you see a swimming pool, you see tanning bed, you see movie theater, you see business center, right? These are all, you don't see the swimming pool, I'm sorry, but you see all these things that an apartment shopper would say, hey, ABC property across the street doesn't have this. I'm going to move to Cumberland Point, right? So these are great examples of how you can say, all right, I want to capture my audience's attention and I want to show the best sides of our property. I want to show the best features of our property using Vine. This is a great way that you can do it. Literally just take a shot of each little space at the property and publish it to Vine and you're good to go. That probably took no more than 2 minutes. Instagram is probably one of the most visual social networks today. And here are some examples of apartment communities capturing the best features of their property. They're using the semi-pro filter options that Instagram has to offer. They're using rich descriptions in their descriptions and comments at the bottom. They're using an ample amount of hashtags to get that content more reach in the social space. Remember, I've told you that properties, if you're going to be using kind of out of the box, and really these days, Instagram and Vine are not out of the box as far as marketing is concerned. If you feel like it's out of the box, you probably need to catch up because there are a lot of properties and a lot of marketers going to these tools, these free tools, to help promote their brand. So I'm going to let you know that Instagram, it's not out of the box. It's something that you should definitely be implementing in your marketing strategy. So what you see here is, for example, this is Century Apartments, and this is just a gorgeous image of their rooftop pool that they offer at their property. They say no filter. So listen, this is no filter. This is as is. If you were to walk outside and be physically there, this is what you would see. Midtown Apartments, Atlanta Apartments, rooftop pool. These are the type of hashtags and search words that are not only going to boost your SEO, but these are terms that apartment shoppers are typing in. People, listen, people are searching for places to live on Instagram. People are searching for places to live on Twitter. People are searching for places to live on Facebook. Meet them where they are. Join the party. Another great example is Camden, St. Clair, the weekend calls for sunshine. So don't forget to take advantage of our awesome grilling stations right next to the pool. Summer will be gone before you know it. How about that for a great example of showing your best side and using your amenities, and also injecting a little humor in Grill We Trust. I mean, that's hilarious. I would share that. I would repost it. I would comment on that, and I would like that in no time. Again, great uses of hashtags here: Atlanta Apartments, Atlanta ATL, Camden, Grill, Pool. Listen, they are making sure that their content goes seen by almost everyone. If you typed in the hashtag pool, you would see Camden St. Clair in that search feed. Another great one of Camden's properties is Camden Fix. Be Culinary Chic at Camden Phipps. This is a great layout of the floor plans and the really swanky kitchens with hardwood floors and stainless steel appliances, granite countertops that they offer. It's showing you that they're painting a picture of a lifestyle. If you lived at Camden Phipps, you're going to be culinary chic. Who doesn't want to be culinary chic when they live in an apartment community, right? Again, great usage of hashtags. Someone even said beautiful. This is a really great high-end furniture store in Atlanta that commented. So again, for rent, ATL Rentals, Buckhead, these are great uses of hashtags and imagery within the Instagram space. So if you ever questioned if Instagram is a tool for marketing, especially in real estate and in multifamily, yes, it's an awesome tool. You'll see how much engagement this post got. You'll see people commenting because these are where apartment shoppers are living in the social space right now. These properties were savvy enough to go to where they were. They went and joined the party. Another great way to highlight your amenities is by using Facebook. Facebook is still the most popular social network, so make sure you are creating great, gorgeous cover photos. Make sure your cover photo is on point when people come to your page. I always tell people to think of your cover photo as a virtual handshake. This is the first impression a person is going to have when encountering your brand in the Facebook space, okay? The first thing they're going to say the first thing they're going to see when they land on your page is your cover photo and your profile. 10 Perimeter did a great job of having their branding be uniform, having great images in each of their slots for their cover photo, and their logo is going to live in the profile section. That's what I always tell people. So this is going to be great. Your cover photo is a great opportunity for you to highlight, the best features of your community within that space. If you're using the FR Social tool, Social Management, you'll find an easy-to-use cover photo editor with options ranging from a variety of templates to combination of color schemes and fonts to make your cover photo unique and especially, and more importantly, align with your company branding. That's always important, to make sure that your brand is recognizable across Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine. All of those things are important to not only you as a marketer, but it's going to be important when people come across your brand on these different networks. They're going to have in their mind that brand recognition. So if you have access to this tool, you'll definitely want to start using it. They created this gorgeous cover photo using the photo editor tool that we have with FR Social. What better way to show your best side than to have your rockstar residents do it for you? Talk about working smarter, not harder, right? I mean, that's the ultimate win. Whether your positive reviews are coming from places like Yelp or Google Plus or even Facebook, highlight those stellar reviews so that you can see them. If you're an admin of your community's Facebook page, look at this, you guys. You now have the opportunity to respond directly to each review as your property. So you're not responding as yourself, as your personal Facebook page. If you're an admin of, for example, Sky House South was able to respond to this person's review as the brand, which is so important. Again, it's about that brand recognition. It's about uniformity. This is also going to help you control your messaging and really close the gap between response times. So the cool thing is that I captured this screenshot, I would say sometime last week, and this property responded in a timely manner. This is great. This is something that we want to see a lot of properties doing. Do not be afraid of reviews, whether they be positive, neutral, or negative. We have equipped you with some great tools that allow you to respond to every single sentiment under the sun, whether it be positive, neutral, or negative. We have some great templates that you can use to help you have a springboard and a starting point when you want to craft your response. We have some great ways to help you gain more reviews without incentivizing people, because that's against the law. But we have some great ways to help you garner more stellar reviews that can help you really show your best side. And these people are helping this brand show their best side without them even having to do the work. So we're always talking about easy marketing, easyology, working smarter, not harder. Something like this is a great way to implement showing your best side and having people really just fall in love with your brand. Customer service is one of the best ways to show your best side. Social media makes it extremely easy to share content that places you under a positive light. This is an example of how a property management company is empowering and sharing the great maintenance staff that they have on their team. So the post says, "Thanks, Alan and Dave, and thanks to all our wonderful service teams who are going above and beyond during this chaotic winter. Tell me about it. I'm so over winter." So teams, what are you doing to show your service teams you appreciate their selflessness? Great challenge to offer to each property. So this is coming from corporate. And this right here is coming from Greystone Summit. So you see that RAM Partners shared Greystone Summit's photo. So this is something that's so important to do. Not only are you empowering your staff and you're giving them recognition, you're promoting one of the best sides of your brand, which hopefully is customer service, and you're rewarding your team for great customer service, which guess what? It's just going to make them want to do even better every time they are faced with a challenge to serve people that are residents and prospects. Another great way to both empower internally and show your best side to your audience is by recognizing your team members online. Amplify the praise. Amplify the praise. Make sure that you can recognize them behind closed doors. Guess what they really want? If anyone from corporate is listening to me, guess what your people want? They want to be recognized out loud. They want that recognition to be amplified because they work hard and they want people to know they work hard. So make sure that you are really recognizing your team members. And guess what RAM did? They did a great job of these two people got promoted. They took a quick picture of them, did a little blurb. Again, they didn't post naked. They just did their blurb and they did the photo. And they posted it to Facebook. How easy is that? This post garnered 36 likes, 8 comments, and 1 share, just because they shared the news of 2 people getting promoted. This is a great, great tool to use. And guess what? If you're doing it on Facebook, if you're using FR Social and our social management tool, this is something that's really going to help you amplify the praise and help with not only employee retention, but it's going to help share with your residents and prospects that they've got some really great people that are going to cater to their needs. Again, killing 2 birds here with 1 stone is going to help you work smarter, not harder. Lastly, great marketing and smart marketing always has an element of surprise. How easy would it be to adopt this trend and make your residents stay, especially when doing a chore that most people dread? Who in here, use FRMS chat if you hate doing laundry. Just say, "I hate doing laundry," hashtag FRMS chat. We'll get your tweet. Everyone hates doing laundry. Why not adopt this trend and make your residents stay, especially when they're doing something they hate doing? I mean, who wouldn't share this photo or this on Facebook or Instagram? I know I would. The great thing is these are really clever and it doesn't take a lot of brain power. I mean, this is a great way that Mountain View Apartment Homes really wanted to make their residents feel special, and guess what? That could be the make or break that makes that resident choose to renew because they're getting this type of treatment at Mountain View apartment homes and they know they won't get it anywhere else. Okay? So if I could be an example as, or not if Mountain View apartment homes or any of these examples that you've seen could be an indicator that you can do this at your property, please by all means implement. They even invite you to implement. They said, found a new way to surprise their residents. They hide these under the washing machine lids in their laundry centers, a small bag of quarters and a laundry soap pod and a fabric sheet. Feel free to steal this idea. I mean, if that's not an open invitation, I don't know what is. It's as simple as that. So these are some great ways that you can implement ideas to help you show your best side: customer service, elements of surprise, employee recognition. All these things are going to help you not only amplify your employees and your residents, but help you kind of toot your horn a little and share with your prospects and apartment shoppers that there's no reason they shouldn't be living at your property because these are all the things that you're doing to show your best side. So I wanted to kind of wrap things up here with, just letting you know that I hope these real life examples will tell you and help you explore how you can show your best side using social media. I know it's hard to grasp how to use Instagram and how to use Vine and how to use Facebook even sometimes in your marketing. And that's really what keeps people reluctant in that reluctant state and keeps them from really embracing how great social media can be to your marketing strategy. So the best thing I can do for you and ForRent Media Solutions can do for you is to show you real life examples that are working wonders. So I hope this helps you kind of wrap your mind around how you can implement some of these great strategies that these properties are doing present day. Remember, all of these examples, most of them, if not all of them, were executed in-house. There is no multi-million-dollar marketing firm behind these properties. There are no kind of PR firms on retainer. These are all ideas that they came up with in-house that I wanted to share with you because you have that same power to come up with these great ideas to help you implement these as well. So these are some of the links that you'll find useful when you're applying today's topic to your marketing strategy. I'm reading over the Twitter chat right now, and I see that some people are asking as well, and additionally to what you see on the screen here, they're asking for the resource to how you can respond to ratings and reviews. So I'll make sure in the follow-up email that you get that as well because that's an important piece that you can help share your brand's best side and share your quality of open door policy, of transparency, of establishing trust and earning trust. When something has gone wrong, you can earn that trust back from your resident. I'll make sure that you guys get that link as well because it's really important to know how to respond to ratings and reviews. But what you see here on the screen, these are going to help you out of the gate. These are going to help you kind of wrap your mind around, again, 5 ways to make your brand lovable to help you show your best side. Top 10 most search amenities. These are some things that are going to be indicative to, maybe we should be promoting our pool a little bit more during the summertime. Or if we know that the demographic that we cater to are, young professionals, let's highlight our business center a little bit more. Things like that, that's going to help you. Also, we have some great new app that we've updated for ForRent.com. It's our mobile app, so I want to share that with you as well. In the meantime, I'm going to take any questions that you may have. I have seen some questions come in. Let me go ahead and chat the links I just shared with you before I forget. So one moment here, folks. Let me chat this with you. Okay, so anyone on the chat should be able to see that I sent you the links. Anyone on Twitter, just make sure that you're going to get the email from us, so don't worry about not getting the links right now. I wanted to share our new app with you because it's so cool, you guys. One of the marketing tools that we've updated, just again to reinforce making marketing easier for you, is the all-new ForRent.com app. Yes, folks, searching on the go just got easier. The app just hit Google Play and Apple, so we invite you to download our ForRent app. In the brand new design, it's going to offer a highly visual and engaging layout for your mobile ad. So anyone that's advertising with us, your mobile experience for your prospects just got better because we developed this gorgeous new app for you for all of your listings to live. This is going to include larger property photos on this app, really engaging videos, really easy to understand floor plans for someone who's kind of on the fence as far as if I want to go with a 1-bedroom to 3-bedroom. We're going to have some strong and clear calls to action that are going to help convert your apartment shopper, your prospect into leads for you. And this app is going to do all of that for you. This app is also jam-packed with unique user-friendly search features such as, the commute time calculator and even the pet-friendly filter. So that's something that's so important to apartment shoppers that a lot of other apartment finding apps don't include. People want a place for not only themselves to live, but they want to make sure that their furry friend is invited. So we have included a pet-friendly filter that will just only show you the pet-friendly apartments that are in your general area. Again, these are going to help renters be able to find your community easier than ever while they're on the go, because we know they're on the go. So for you Apple enthusiasts, go to Apple. If you want to download this app, go to bit.ly/FRC Apple. Or for you loyal Android users, you can go to bit.ly/FRC Android. So it's just as simple as, if you're an Apple user, go to bit.ly/FRC Apple. For the Android users, go to bit.ly/FRC Android. And you'll be able to discover how you can expand your mobile reach using our ForRent app, which is really great. Okie doke, so it's time to reveal today's winner for our hashtag FRMS chat. Like I said, you guys, this is one of the best chats we've had so far. I really appreciate your feedback, and the winner today is Scott G _ or / I forget what it's called, / no limits. Scott G, no limits. You know who you are. I'm sorry about that. You are today's hashtag enthusiast. You are today's Twitter chat winner. So we appreciate your participation on today's Twitter chat. And if you would just DM us your information, we are happy to send you your $20 gift card for participating with us. And you guys, we do this every month. So we want to see you back again next month when we talk about some great topics. And congrats to you, Scott G. And with that, I'm going to take a few questions. Thank you, Rachel. It's _ I knew I was right. I just was all over the place. So thank you for that. I'm going to scan to see if we have any questions here. And while we are taking questions, just want to say we appreciate you joining with us. We encourage you to follow, discover, and really share with us your experiences with our brand. Things like this couldn't be possible without you. Twitter chats like this that are really insightful and engaging could not be possible without you. So we appreciate you joining with us. I'm going to take a couple questions here from our go-to folks. Question that we have is from Winna. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Do you have a suggestion on the best times to post? Winna, we have a whole webinar on kind of the best times to post, post time optimization as far as like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest is concerned. So I can actually follow up with you after today's chat and kind of go over some ways that would help you really pinpoint the best times to post to social media. Now, I'll tell you across the board, with social media, it's like there's no tried and true algorithm as far as when to post. I will tell you that just like we as marketers have an ebb and flow during our day, so do our audience. And I would say that if you're on Pinterest, weekends and late nights and things like that are a great time to post, because that's kind of when people are perusing Pinterest. If you're wanting to post to Instagram, you know, with Instagram, it's like an ongoing thing, but I would say kind of a lull between, you know, during lunchtime, or people say that people are most productive between the hours of 10 a.m. and you know, right before lunch, and then after lunch they get that kind of postprandial slump out of the way, and they have more drive right before the end of the day, so probably what, from 1:30 to 4. Those are great times that people are going. So try to find those pockets of time in between where people are not as productive and they have a second to go to all their social media sites. But for us marketers, we're on social media all day, every day, right? 24/7. So again, it's hit or miss, and you've got to consider your audience. Let's see if we have any other questions that are coming in. What's the best way to set up the Instagram account without using your personal cell phone? Well, here's the deal. Right now, thank you for that question, Felicia. Right now, there is no way around it. You know, you could use Instagram on a tablet, or you could use Instagram on a desktop, but here's the limitation with a desktop. If you're using Instagram on a desktop, you can only view the people that you're following and view their activity. You cannot post a photo on to Instagram via a desktop. So it's an app. It's strictly an app, and so that means apps can only be used on a smart device, being, you know, a smartphone or a tablet or something like that. So right now, there's no workaround, but this is something that's really going to still be onward movement. I don't think that they're wanting to craft it any other kind of way, just because that's really how all apps are established and developed. They're used and consumed via a smart device. So I hope that answers your question, Felicia. I appreciate your question. I'm going to read Twitter really quickly to see if we have any questions coming through there. If not, I don't think we have any. We just have some great feedback. So again, I appreciate everyone on our Twitter chat. And it's time to go. It's like it began and ended before I could blink my eye. Everyone, I appreciate your time. And on behalf of ForRent Media Solutions, have a great day. Like I said, you'll be getting today's recording, the slides, and everything else, all the resources we shared, as a follow-up. So just be on the lookout for that email. It'll go out next week. And have a great day, everyone. Take care.